Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this procedure safely. In this video, we will show one or more of these icons to alert you when to use caution. Before you replace the carburetor float bowl gasket on your snowblower engine, make sure the engine has cooled and the ignition key has been removed. Now carefully tip the snowblower forward so it rests on the auger housing. Detach the choke lever extension. Next, use a 3/8" socket to unthread the 3 mounting screws, securing the lower shroud. Lift the lower shroud off. Now release the primer hose from the carburetor. Use locking pliers to crimp the fuel line. Then release the retaining clamp to detach the line from the carburetor. Next, use a 10mm socket to unthread the nuts, securing the air intake housing. Detach the primer hose from the retaining bracket. Detach the breather tube from the valve cover, then lift off the housing and set it aside. Slide off the carburetor inlet gasket. Detach the throttle spring and linkage from the carburetor. You can now slide the carburetor off of the mounting posts. Use a 10mm wrench to unthread the mounting bolt, securing the float bowl. Remove the bowl and lift out the old gasket if still intact. Install the new float bowl gasket by positioning it in the groove in the carburetor. Replace the float bowl and rethread the mounting bolt to secure. Confirm that the carburetor outlet gasket is intact, then slide the carburetor onto the mounting posts. Reattach the throttle spring and linkage. Realign the inlet gasket or install a new one. Reposition the air intake housing and attach the breather tube to the valve cover. Secure the primer hose in the retaining bracket. Rethread the nuts to secure the housing and tighten. Reattach the fuel line to the carburetor and secure it with the retaining clamp. Remove the locking pliers and reattach the primer hose to the carburetor. Replace the lower shroud by first inserting the tabs into the slots in the frame. Position the shroud and rethread the mounting screws. Replace the choke lever extension with the support tabs facing up. Return the snowblower to its upright position. With the repair completed, reinsert the ignition key, and your snowblower should be ready for use.